going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope having a blessed weekend still. If you're watching this before it gets started on Money Down the Drain, Money in the Bankruptcy review for 2025. Just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. 428 YouTube, 122 Rumble. Thank you so very much. All right, enough of that. Let's get into it. Now, as a whole, this show was absolute garbage day. All right, but there were some good things that transpired on this show, so I'm gonna break it down Barney style for all of you. All right. Start off with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. All right, you know, they're all making their entrances, and of course, who's last? This is my brutality. And they let it be known that they are piping in cheers for Rhea. It's obvious. You know, out of all the entrances, Alexa damn near had the biggest pop. Right, it was Alexa, then Naomi. Stephanie's pop was decent, and then there was AJ Perez and Julia, and their pops were non-existent. All right, you get the match. It was sluggish, it was botchy, and it went on for too long. All right, I did not care for this match. All right, I know like the actual match itself was like over 20 minutes, but it felt like 40 minutes. I'm saying to myself, like, yo, this shit should have ended like 15 minutes ago. I mean, like, what we still doing here? But that's what happens when you only have 4 fucking matches on a PLE. So fucking stupid. But the spot of the match was when Stephanie Van Care hit the Devil's Kiss to Rhea Ripley. And you got fucking Pat McAfee, man. He was like, arr, arr, arr. Like, wait, what? What? What the fuck are you doing? That's not how it goes. It's They can't even do that right? Huh? Damn, dude. Pack up Pat McAfee, alright? If I want to listen to Pat McAfee, I'll go tune in to the Pat McAfee show. It's at that point now. Like, I'm good on Pat, man. I really am. But the best shit that happened in this match was at the end, where we see Naomi's fine ass climbs up that ladder, takes down that briefcase, and is the winner of the women's Money in the Bank match here in 2025. You heard that pop? That was organic. That was real. Alright? That tells you she was the right person to win. Alright? Now, I'll give credit where credit is due. I didn't think the Croc, aka the Pelican, aka Triple H, I don't see color, I only see talent. I didn't think he was gonna do it. Honestly, you know, because Rhea was there. You know, he could have given it to Alexa. He could have been some fuck shit, give it to AJ Perez, you know. But he made the right decision, gave it to Naomi. And that's pretty much the only big ups I will be giving to Trips here in this fucking review. Alright? Because it gets worse from here. It's all downhill from here. We didn't see some of the AAA talent here in the audience. We have the reigning, defending, undisputed AAA World Champion El Hijo del Vikingo here in attendance, which saddens me that Chad Gable lost. I mean, give that man some type of singles belt this year, man. He's too fucking good. That dude's been busting his ass with 2 different gimmicks. You know what I mean? Like, give him something. Alright, we then see, I believe it's a Wagner Jr., Psycho Clown, and K-Dog himself, Conan, who did not want to stand up. Right. But big ups to Conan. Alright, especially when he's not getting interrupted by Disco Inferno on their podcast. We then get a random impromptu match. We have Octagon Jr. versus the reigning, defending, undisputed Intercontinental Champion, ex-con Dom, Dirty Dom, aka Dominic Mysterio. And I forgot what caused this match. It was something, I guess Octagon Jr. called fucking Dominic out or some shit. It's like, who gives a fuck? But why is this match here on Money in the Bank when you just had a Worlds Collide fucking PLE a few hours ago. That's where this match should have took place. So that tells me, oh, you could squeeze in Dominic, but you can't squeeze in the Street Profits, who have yet to defend their tag team belts on a PLE. You can't get Io Sky to defend her belt against, I don't know, anyone. Fucking anyone. Same thing with Tiffany Stratton. This is why people shit on these champions, because they don't do shit. It's like as soon as they become champions, they stop wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, it's so ass backwards. It's not even funny. Right? But the match itself between Dom and Octagon Jr. was decent. Fast forward to the finish. Dom hits the frog splash. 1, 2, 3. And still the Intercontinental Champion, Dominic Mysterio. Go backstage with the American Made. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because I can't get past fucking Brutus. Him acting goofy as fuck. Like, like, stop it, man. Stop with that fucking stupid ass laugh. Please. Is that his personality? That fucking retarded laugh of his? It's the same thing with Tama Tonga. Like, it's also called or some shit like that. Like that. Like, come on, man. What the fuck are they doing? But real quick, I just want to say big ups and prayers to the Thomas family, who we pointed out there in the audience. One of the victims of the wildfires there in California earlier this year. I've seen photos and video footage. That shit looked crazy. But prayers to all the people who didn't make it, unfortunately. And I know they're in the process of recovering and rebuilding out there, so it's going to take a minute. But big ups to the Thomas family, because at least you're still alive. You know what I mean? But move on to the next match, right? It's for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, right? It's kind of funny. So both Intercontinental belts could be defended, but fuck the United States belts, huh? Fuck Selena Vega and fuck Jacob Fatu. Got it. Alright. But we have Becky the Man Lynch going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria. Now, I will say this was probably the best match that these two have had that I've seen. But fast forward to the finish, Becky counters Lyra's roll up. 1, 2, 3. And no! Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch. And I fucking knew it. I called it. And why is that? Because you can always count on Becky's massive, enormous ego to do the wrong thing. Right? You honestly thought that she was gonna put her over fucking 3 consecutive times? Nah. Becky can't. Her ego couldn't tolerate that. Alright, so Becky had to go over here. Alright, and that's what happened. Alright, after the match, now Becky was hazing the shit out of Lyra, says, raise my fucking hand, like I told you to do. She does it. Right, Lyra tries to leave. She said, no. Do it again. Do it like you mean it. No half-ass it. She does it again. Alright? You know, then Lyra tries to leave again. And Becky's like, nah. Where you going? Right? Put this belt around my waist. Alright? I beat your ass. I'm the rightful champion. That's the least you can do. Alright? I'm the real star here. I'm the one that made you. Put this belt around my waist now. She does it. But Lyra, so her Brock Lesnar shit, takes her to Suplex City, hits the Nightwing, and leaves. Alright, so they're gonna continue this feud, but my question is, where the fuck is Bayley? She was the one that got fucked over at WrestleMania, yet there's been no mention of Bayley, at least that I know of. So I don't fucking know, man. I really don't, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on in this company, man. But that leads us to the next match, and that's the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Right? We have I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth the Tribal Cuck Rollins. That's his new name from now on. Fuck Rollins. But don't worry, I'll get to him in a little bit. Alright? He comes out first with his fucking overrated ass entrance. Oh, oh, oh. He's another one. If it wasn't for his fucking long ass elaborate entrance, what is there to Rollins? Not a damn thing. But we have Penta Zero Miedo. He comes out, gets a good little pop. We have El Grande Americano. He comes out, it's a decent pop. And then there's Andrade El Idolo. Comes out, no reaction. It's so sad to see. It's like, I don't even blame him. I blame his booking. Ever since he came back, he's been booked like an absolute jobber. A complete joke. This motherfucker can't even win the United States Championship. You know what I mean? So, of course, him getting no reaction is no surprise. Why would you care? You already knew he ain't gonna win. He's just filler at this point. And then there's L.A. Knight. Yeah. It's a good ass pop coming now. The crowd wanted L.A. to win. Plain and simple. And no, they were not sold out. You could look in that fucking audience. There are empty ass seats everywhere. No fucking chance there were 17,000 people in that fucking building. But it's just more of the blatant gaslighting and erroneous lies that comes from this fucking company. Right? They don't give a fuck, man. Now, the main takeaways from this match is that Jacob 2 is officially done with Solo Sikoa. He says, I hate you. Super kicks him, hits the best moonsault ever, then hits a Uranagi through a ladder. Solo got his ass whooped. So they're setting up a match between Solo versus Jacob at SummerSlam. Cool. Alright, whatever. But we move on towards the end of the match, and we got interference from Paul Heyman family because they don't even have a fucking name for the stable, at least that I know of. Alright, and you have the Hood line, the Timu bloodline with my name's GF, Corner on the Cob, or JC Mateo, is that his name? And of course Jacob. All these guys are fighting in the middle of the ring, which took away from the match itself. Alright, but we fast forward to the finish. Alright, we see LA Knight, climbing up the ladder, trying to take down the briefcase. The crowd's behind him. And guess who the fuck shows up? The tribal cuck, Seth Rollins. Comes through, hits a curb stomp on LA Knight, and it was at this exact moment where LA Knight was done. Where we see Rollins climbs up the ladder, takes down the briefcase, and he is the winner of the men's Money in the Bank match here in 2025. Did he need it? Nope. no, the fuck he didn't. Alright? And people already claim that he had the greatest fucking cash in of all time. So is he gonna outdo that cash in the first time he did it? No. So what the fuck was the point in having him win the Money in the Bank ladder match? Alright? Someone made a good point. I don't know who the fuck it was. But it's like, you would think a guy like Rollins, who was a multiple time world champion, would be above being in a Money in the Bank match. Well, the whole concept of this fucking match is try to establish somebody new that's never been a champion to be champion for the first time. But nah, we're gonna give it back to fucking Seth Rollins because of favoritism. Now I see why people call this dude a whiny bitch ass nigga. Right now I see it. I get it. It started with the whole consolation prize that was the World Heavyweight Championship when Roman, he had the titles, the WWE title and Universal title, and combined it, merged it into one. Well, what about me? I want a title. And then Papa H, don't worry, Steph. I got you. I'll make you your own world championship. And that's what happened. Now he bitched and complained his way to becoming the Money in the Bank winner. The man that needed that fucking briefcase the least out of everybody. Because let's break it down. Penta, it would have been too soon. Right? I don't see them putting a world title on Penta anytime soon. Right? Like Andrade. Come on, man. Fucking Grande Americano. I would not be mad if he would have won. Be honest, I wouldn't. He's been putting in the work this year. Fuck it, why not? It can't get any worse than the American cuck Cody Rhodes as champion. That's the bottom of the barrel. That's as bad as it gets for your world champion, right? And then there's a man who he's been 3 consecutive Money in the Bank matches, and they told him fuck you each time, and that's LA Knight. Yeah, he's done. It's over. Right? Like, you're done. You're washed. It's over. That's what they told him. He is not winning a world championship here in the WWE. Right? This was his best opportunity to do so. And I see people, they're talking about, oh, but he might win the King of the Ring. Oh yeah? Even so, you think he's going to beat John Cena at SummerSlam? I don't think so. I don't fucking think so. So it doesn't even fucking matter. Alright, he's done. It's over. And you take a look at this dude's career in the WWE. Never had any substantial, significant, meaningful feuds in his career. No, you can say Bray Wyatt, but I really don't count that. And rest in peace to Bray, but that didn't really do anything for LA Knight. Alright? Now, they could have had something with The Miz, but no, that was cut too short. They fed him to Roman when he's at the peak of his popularity because they didn't want him to overshadow fucking Cody Rhodes, the American cuck, any longer than he had, and had 2 irrelevant United States Championship reigns. So his whole career, they gave him leftovers and just try to undercut this dude so fucking much. It's not even funny, right? Because again, there's someone back there that doesn't fuck with LA Knight, and we already know one of them, and that's the Croc, the Pelican, Papa H, Triple H. I don't see color. I only see talent. So that tells you he doesn't see any talent in LA Knight. Yeah, none. But he sees talent in this fucking fuckboy that is Seth Rollins. So yeah, fuck Seth Rollins, man. I'm done. I'm done with Rollins. I'm done giving him passes. He had his chance. He could have been the one to beat Roman once upon a time, but they fucked it up. Alright? And I'm good on that, man. I don't give a fuck about his little Paul Heyman crew. I don't like the fact that LeBron Breaker has to take a backseat to this fucking cuck. And the top dog, Bronson Reed, is never going to be anything more than a mid-carder in this company. So what are we doing? Still trying to get Seth Rollins over? Well, guess what? At this point here in 2025, he has never truly been over to justify give him that top guy spot. It is what it is, alright? But yeah, they're gonna keep trying to push him because he's one of Triple H's favorites. That's one of his illegitimate sons, and Seth Rollins. So whether you like it or not, I damn sure don't. They're gonna keep on pushing Seth fucking Rollins. He's gonna keep on coming out there with zesty, androgynous Chronicles of Narnia outfits. Fuck this dude, man. Like, for real. Fuck Seth Rollins.
You just made the list!
For real. Fuck this dude, man. And it was at this moment I stopped watching Money in the Bank. I switched over to UFC, and I was 4-1 of my predictions there. I wasn't expecting Pena to get washed like she did. Tapped out in the second round. I'm like, damn. Yeah, Harrison's a beast. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, she is a beast. So I was like, I'll watch this bullshit in the morning. Alright, and that's what I did. Alright, so that leads us to the main event.
Well, it looks like the fight's already started. It's time for the main event!
Keep in mind, instead of having both your world champions defend their belts on this card, we're just gonna group them and have a tag team match instead. So fucking stupid. Right, but we have John Cena, the last world champion, teaming up with Logan Paul, going up against fucking mid-card Jey Uso, and the American cuck, Cody Rhodes. They're trying so hard to make it seem like, oh, look at Cody, man, look at the reaction he gets. It's because his fucking overrated garbage theme song. That's all people care about. They do the sing-alongs because that's what they're programmed to do. But if you didn't have any of that, if you didn't have the fake Timu Homelander drip, he would not be over to the extent that he is. I promise you that. We'll get the tag team match, and I can tell you right now, I don't give two fucks about this match. So you fast forward to the finish. We see Ron the Truth Killings comes back to interfere in the match, crowd pops, and I know some people are saying like, oh, what if this was all work? Come on, man. Oh, where's Carlito? Where's Sarah Logan? You know, and I know, like, look, when it comes to releases, I only do videos on people who I actually like or had my interest. You know what I mean? Sarah Logan had neither. Right? Like, to be honest, like, yo, I didn't even know she was still here in the company. Straight up, you know what I mean? So they brought Truth back because of the controversy, the backlash that they've been getting, you know, and they're gonna try to make it seem like, don't worry, it's all part of the plan. Right? We never released Truth. You know, it was part of the storyline. Which is bullshit, because as I understand it, they lowballed him, like offering a low-paying ass contract, and R-Truth was like, man, fuck that shit, I'm out. And that's what they do for people who they don't want, really. You know, like, we'll keep you, but we'll pay you like fucking peanuts. You know, take it or leave it. You know what I mean? That's what the fuck they do, because if they really wanted R-Truth, they would have gave him a lucrative contract in the first place. And I see people, they were talking about how, like, oh, maybe they're going to release him just to re-sign him. Then why release him in the first place? They could just offer him a new deal, like under a Legends contract, or, you know, transition him to a backstage role. They didn't do any of that. They're like, oh, you still want to wrestle? Well, this is what you're worth. All right, you take it or leave it. He left it. All right. Word got out that R-Truth was done with the company, and fans were pissed. Right, so, you know, instead of doubling down, you know, they backtracked and they brought him back. So you fast forward to the finish of this match. You see the American cuck Cody Chodes hits the crossroads or cross chodes to John Cena. 1, 2, 3. Cody and fucking Jey Uso go over. Man, fuck this match. You see Logan's face? That's how I felt about this fucking pay-per-view, man. Fuck this pay-per-view. I'm done. Right? So it gets a garbage day out of 10. There's only two good things that happen on this show. That's Naomi winning the women's Money in the Bank match and Jacob Fatu being his own man. That's it. Oh, and I guess you could count R-Truth coming back. So 3 things. 3 out of 10. So it's still garbage day out of 10. You understand? But now I want to hear from you guys. Alright, how do you guys feel about this pay-per-view, PLE, you know, whatever you want to call it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section, alright? To those who go out their way to like and comment my videos, thank you so very much, right? To those who go out their way to dislike my videos, more power to you, alright? As far as the next video, I'll be working on the Against All Odds. I'm in the studio getting blown. That'll be up probably tonight, if not in the morning. Alright. And then I still gotta watch the Worlds Collide pay-per-view, so I can check that out, and I'll do a review on that as well. Alright. But yeah, that's it for right now. You know, I waste enough of you guys' time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. And until next time, adios.